Hey everybody, welcome back to Art a la Carte and another Mer Monday. And in today's Mer Monday, I am going to be showing you some ideas on how to draw a mermaid. I've had a lot of you guys ask if I can do a tutorial on how to draw a mermaid. And so I'm going to kind of put together some little tips and tricks on doing that. But first, I wanted to show you this quick sketch that I did digitally. Later on in this video, how you guys can find a way to get a free downloadable copy of this picture sometime this week. Now, for those of you who are paying attention on my Instagram post, you'll know that I did a picture, another mermaid line art picture earlier this week, and for one day only, I had a link offered in one of the week's videos. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video, but now let's jump over to a clean piece of paper so I can talk to you guys about some things to think about when you're drawing a mermaid. Now, this isn't a step-by-step how to draw a person mermaid. I have a whole playlist on how to draw people. So for like the structure of the face and the torso and arms and stuff like that, I will definitely link that at the end of this video so you can check those out. The first thing I usually start with when creating a mermaid is the head. And then through that, I usually take and put the spine line, or what I like to call the action line. Now, for a human, it's fairly straight. There can be a gentle curve to it. But with a mermaid, I go really crazy. I don't just go for a straight line. I want to get some action, some movement, some flow. Sometimes it takes me several different times to draw an action line before I get the one that really inspires the pose of the mermaid. A good rule of thumb is to kind of make it an S curve shape. That gives you a nice movement to it. But sometimes I have curlicues and all of that. Now for the upper torso, again, I would refer back to my How to Draw People videos. But to quickly cover that, I use a basic circle shape for the chest area, and then a half circle shape for the beginning of the mermaid's tail. I get that kind of the hips in there with that circle shape, but then I elongate that down into a really stretched out, curved teardrop shape. It's going to be following that S curve shape that I first drew. Once I get that main chest and fin shape done, then I can begin going back and adding in my arms. Now, a tip for this is sometimes we're tempted just to put the arms straight down or in a very generic pose. But if you can really move the arms around, having them overlap the body, you can add a lot, that can really create a lot of interest into your drawings. I'm going to quickly sketch in the fin, and I'll talk a lot more about fin designs and ideas for fin designs a little bit later in this video. But with the hair, a tip that I have with that is to really think about how hair moves underwater. A great tool to use to help see how hair works underwater is to get an old doll with long hair, like a Barbie doll or something that you don't care if it gets wet. Put it in some water and swish it around and watch how the hair moves. I did this technique and man, learned so much about how hair moves and the motion. Now you're going to see that everything up to this point is really, really sketchy. I'm not going for any solid lines. I really feel like this beginning sketch part is more of chiseling out my figure from the paper. Like a sculptor chisels out the figure from stone. We're doing that with pencil and paper, or in this case, digital pixels and a drawing tablet, but both works. I want to make sure that I have movement and life in my drawing, so I draw really lightly and kind of messy. If you're using traditional paper and pencil, test out your pencil first. See how much pressure you can get on your pencil and your paper and still be able to erase it cleanly before it starts damaging the paper or leaving a strong mark. Then you'll know how much pressure you can put into this big SketchUp part. Let's talk about how to decorate the torso from the fin. Of course, there is the traditional Little Mermaid fin, which just wraps around, but if you want to, think outside the box. Try some different designs. Try a fin that kind of is a little bit more spiky, or maybe that points down. Testing out a couple of different designs before you start adding in your inked in lines can really help you create a better drawing. With that, let's move on to the face. Again, I'm not teaching you how to draw a face. I have lots of videos on how to do that, but specifically the ears. You, of course, can draw just human ears, but why not try to think of something a little bit different, like adding small fins for the ears instead? Then there's always the delicate question of seashells. Of course, again, we can do aerial seashells, but why not think outside the box? There are a lot of other materials out there that can do the job. Or why can't mermaids create designer bikini tops? Don't think you have to stick with the same old thing because that's what we've always seen, the normal seashells. Not that I don't love the normal seashells. There's nothing bad about a classic. Okay, so now let's talk about fins. As you see, there is the traditional Disney fin, which has the kind of the two wedges coming together. But again, take a look at life. Look at different kinds of fish and aquatic life. I love goldfish fins, but then there's whale, shark fins. You can even get really crazy. Think about maybe jellyfish or manatees, seahorses, eels, octopi, yeah, squid, whatever. Test that out. The biggest thing you can do if you want to get good at drawing mermaids is just to have fun drawing them. And then push yourself to draw them differently. Draw them in different positions, different angles, doing different things, even different styles. Sometimes I'll draw really realistic mermaids, while other times I enjoy drawing a simplistic, like cartoony mermaid instead. And then, of course, I'm not even beginning to cover the coloring process. If you'd like to see a video on how I choose out my colors for my mermaids, let me know in the comment section below. But now let's talk about how to get this coloring page. So in this week's video, if you're watching when this video goes live, which is going live on May 21st, 2018, sometime during this next coming week, I have 3 videos on Wednesday, Saturday, and then again on Monday. On one of those 3 videos, I'm going to put a link in the description box of one of those videos. And that link will take you to a place where you can download a free copy of this coloring page for 24 hours only though. So you have to be really watching those videos. So make sure you're a subscriber to my channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified as soon as I upload a new video. Also, a big shout out to everyone who's found the other coloring pages that I have released so far. I love your guys' drawings. If you decide to color this piece and post it online, I would love to see it. So make sure to tag me in your Instagram photos, Facebook, Twitter, all of those things. I try to find as many of them as I possibly can. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in this video. And until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you in another art video. Bye-bye.